Hey guys, there, see, it goes live fast. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, September 25th, 2018. We are episode 247 today, and these are my friends. We're going to go this way. Tina Felix.
Hello.
Maggie Rawls.
Hi.
And Nick Rawls.
Hi.
So Willow Shakespeare, love you to death. Ken Pruce is on. Let us know you can hear us or see us. Give us a thumbs up and some hearts. Tyler, I miss you. I still can't believe you're not coming to my birthday party. Joe Toma's on, so we're getting a lot of thumbs up, so that means they can hear us. You know how sometimes it's funny when you're trying to fit 4 people on to a show, but we have a great room today, and I'm excited to have you guys on. We've been trying for a little bit. My schedule's been kind of crazy, but they've got some great events coming up, and Pay It Forward is an awesome organization. So, who wants to start? We always like to know history about you guys. So we're going to start. I see Tina in the background. I've got those parental eyes where I can see like 360. We're going to start with Nick, who's to my left.
Yes.
And Nick's going to tell us a little bit about himself. They want to know a little bit about you. So don't say I was born and then pay it forward. Like, you want something a little bit in between so they can understand sort of your why and how you got here.
Sure.
So welcome.
First off, thank you for having us on here today.
I'm happy to have you.
We're very humbled and excited about this opportunity. I am one of 8 kids. My mom had single mom. She raised us to be close-knit, to earn everything that we could get and help others along the way. I'm a proud father and a proud husband to this beautiful woman back here,
Oh,
Maggie.
I love it.
Yes.
That's good. Big points for you, dude.
I was always a giver. And it was easy for me to learn how to do those things because my mom instilled those inside of me. We may not have had everything that a lot of people had, but we did have that building relationships, so to speak, that she instilled in us to do and help other people. So I was not always good neither. I was always kind of, tried to thread the water and see what I could get away with and things like that.
You walked that gray area.
I did.
I like it.
I did. So along the way, I made some bad decisions in my life, but I also made some great ones, and marrying her was one of the best.
Oh, there it is.
And having children and learning to
I see what this is about. This has nothing to do with paying forward. It has to do with getting back on Maggie's good side. This is awesome. I love you guys. Everybody's saying hi to you, by the way. Joe Toma, O'Dallas, we love you guys. All right, so
moving forward, we decided to make it. All the violence and negativity in the world on social media, things like that. We wanted our kids to grow up knowing that the world is better than what they see on TV. So we wanted to actually do something. I come up with these ideas all the time, and I never follow through with them because I never get that motivation or that extra push because Dad wasn't around, so it was kind of hard to get that. But my wife was always supportive, and my kids, and they were like, let's do something about it instead of just talking about it. So we decided to start helping people, and the name Pay It Forward just popped up. I'm not even sure how that actually truly came about, but we wanted to do something creative, and that's how we started Pay It Forward.
and then how did you convince? We're going to get Maggie's story and then Tina's, and then we're going to talk all about Pay It Forward and about the gala. So how did you, and I'll let Maggie take it on now that she's been like blessed as the queen of this whole interview, which is awesome. So Maggie, give us a little background on you, because everybody's why is different. So Nick, they met, they're together, they're husband and wife, but everybody's why is a little bit different. So what's your background? Tell us a little bit about you.
Definitely, I was one of 6 kids, all girls. I grew up with a
Wow.
very close family. I played basketball throughout high school and college, and my dad's coached me my whole life. So growing up, basketball was really my motivation, and my dad was always there. He started an organization for basketball, and I grew up with a lot of friends and a lot of kids in the neighborhood that didn't have the family setting that I had. We would be the family that always had the beat-up station wagon that would pick up the whole neighborhood and bring them to basketball practice.
I love
and
that.
They would spend the night at our house, and we would feed them and do all that. So I grew up, seeing my parents help everybody, and now that I'm grown and have my own children, I want to be able to do that to others.
I love that. That's awesome. Where are you from?
I was actually born in Daytona. I've been around all Florida. I went to high school in Sarasota, college in Gainesville. Met my husband in Tampa, but pretty much Florida all my whole life.
All right, I love it. You got a nice little, there's some kind of accent there. I like it. I like
all
it.
my family's from New York.
Oh, God. All right. I'm from New Jersey, so there it is. All right, Tina, so you're not married to Nick or Maggie. So tell us, well, maybe maybe this is the reveal.
Maggie.
This could be Brian Cohen, what's up? This could be the TED Show exclusive. Maybe that's what we're here to talk about. All right, so Tina, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, well, I am married, but not to Nick and Maggie.
Okay, good.
I got married in April, actually, of this year.
Congratulations,
Thank
a
you very
newlywed.
much. Thank you. I'm a mom of 4 boys, and I'm a highly motivated entrepreneur. I'm an organization consultant, efficiency consultant, actually. And I just like to get people organized, and I crossed paths with Nick and Maggie, and they saw a fit, and I saw a fit, and we've just been running with it ever since.
I love it. So we were talking earlier, you met them or you know of me because of Primrose Cameron?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes,
Is that how you
she
cross
is
paths
the-
with them as well?
Yep,
Yes.
she's the mutual friend that
She's
kind of,
awesome.
she likes
We
to
love
connect
Primrose.
people to people.
She does.
So that's exactly what she did with us.
We laughed the entire show that she was on. She's amazing.
She is amazing.
All right.
Hi, Primrose.
Hi, Primrose. We love you when you watch it. She's at work right now. Hi, Patty Sheehan. Hi, everybody. So tell us a little bit about Pay It Forward. So you guys all come together. You've got great stories. There's, you can tell the heart's here. You can't make that up. People can see that and hear it and experience it on the other side. Because you guys, these are actually people who've watched the show. Isn't that amazing? There's 3 of them, and 3 of them
I
are
love
here.
this show.
You're very kind. But what about Pay It Forward? So you were beginning to tell us the story of how you guys got to Pay It Forward.
So we decided on giving back to the community, and we started with our own kids because we wanted them to buy into what we were trying to accomplish. So they got their friends involved, and we started going out just doing random acts of kindness, go to the laundromat and just putting a little note on the tide and leave it next to the washing machine so people can get those things, and then they'll respond to us on our social media page, and they will respond, "Thank you, this is the greatest thing that happens."
So tell me about that. So, you know, kids, how many kids do you have?
3.
Okay, so when you say this to the kids, sometimes I used to have a hard time getting them to clean their rooms, right? So then you're out and you're trying to get them to do something for others, no matter how amazing and loving your family is, taking that next step, taking the action can be a challenge. So were they like, Mom and Dad, you guys are insane?
No, the
or were
kids,
they
they're
just
amazing
completely,
kids.
I love it. All
The
right.
kids were very motivated. We have our 5-year-old that wanted to make like little signs. He saw our business cards. Eventually down the road he saw our business cards, and he would make his own business cards up
Oh
and go
my
in his
God,
closet,
I love
take
that.
all his toys and say, I want to pay it forward and give all these toys to somebody in the park. And they actually even kept motivating us to do more because we would do little things and they would actually want to do it. It was like the thing to do on the weekend.
So you got them at an early age. You built it into them. Because I think a lot of times what happens is if kids don't know it early, if they don't see it, because they mimic everything that we do, right?
Yes.
I've got 3 kids. Mine are all adults. But I remember as when they were children, I would, you know, in the bad way, they would mimic. I'm like, wow, I need to do the good stuff so they can see it. Hey, Allie McCarroll. Thanks to Allie McCarroll for being our sponsor this week,
Yes.
sponsoring the show. Allie McCarroll and Allie Mac Consulting LLC. She's doing all the social media. She's the
awesome
guru
too.
that's going to help promote the show, this show. So I'm happy to see her on here. But I remember thinking to myself when my kids would mimic the bad stuff, God, can you imagine if I did more good stuff? And that's the motivator, like you were talking about. Wow, they took it and they took it to the next level. But you set that precedent, you set that expectation early on. So when you got to Pay It Forward, why was Pay It Forward the important message?
Because we believe, like, number one, it takes a village.
Amen.
It does take a village, so we can do it to a certain level, but we need other people to help promote this and help people buy into what we're doing, because the mission is simple. You help, you do something nice for others, and it'll reciprocate to other people, and then one act of kindness leads to another. So that's the moral of it, is pretty much, you know, I do something good for you, you do something good for someone else, and it doesn't always have to come back to us, as far as like monetary or I get this or I want a trip.
Do something.
It's just
nothing in
genuine.
return.
Yeah.
Yes, so Belkis is on, by the way. We were
Hi,
talking
Belkis.
about you, Belkis, about
Yes.
5 minutes before
Call
we
me.
went live. Give Nick a call. But you're right. So what happens, I feel like, you plant the seed, you do what you're supposed to do, or you feel, it's not even what you're supposed to do, it's what you feel led to do.
Right.
Wherever your faith base is, wherever your universe is, you do the thing, and especially if you've got a specific mission to do it. I love that, because you're being very particular, you're being very specific about what you're doing. Right. And then a lot of people go, they want to do it, and then they step back and go, God, I can't wait to get the $9 million reward that I'm going to get from planting one seed. Right. And I think that if you go into it with that, you're going to be constantly disappointed. Right. What you should do is go into it with a long term, first of all, no expectation, which is what Maggie said. So you don't do it to get something back. You just do it because it's good. First of all, it's good for them, but it's good for the soul.
Absolutely.
I promise you, I've been around, I don't know, I was a baby on the Titanic. I've been around a very, very, very long time. And sometimes it takes many moons and many years for a seed that you've planted to come back to you. And sometimes it never comes back to you. You should still plant the seed.
Absolutely.
So what are some of the things that you're doing out in the community with Pay It Forward?
One thing that was near to me, and then I'll let them speak on the others, but one thing personally was the backpack bash that we did in July. We gave away over 1,000 backpacks, and this is our first year, and we're very humble about this. But growing up, not being able to have those backpacks and things like that, it touched me and meant a lot to me to be able to provide self-esteem to these children that we're trying to help. A lot of these families don't have it. They didn't have it. A mother of 6, she had 6 children that couldn't afford to get these backpacks that we were able to do. And we, with a small budget, we were able to help over 1,000 families with these backpacks and supplies. So that was one of the biggest things that we've done, and that's near and dear to my heart, and that I would like to grow. And I know they have this in Orlando with Hope for Now, which is a very good guy, Michael Racka. He's awesome.
He's been on the show.
He's
a
very
good
awesome.
man.
He's very good because he actually reached out. We reached out to him, and he gave us advice, and he also allowed us to reach out to his vendor, which is awesome.
That's lovely.
So that was paying it forward right there, and we thank everything that he's done for us too. So that was near and dear to me, and I'll let them.
Before you start, I think what you don't understand is that when we're talking about kids that don't have backpacks, most of us, even the people watching the show, you've probably never even thought about how impactful that can be if you're a kid who goes to school and doesn't have a backpack, doesn't have the basic needs, and you can't believe that that's actually going on in your neighborhood and in your world, but it goes on every single day. And so when these kids go to school, remember, it's not just that they don't have the backpack, then they don't have the things they need, and then they get teased or bullied, the confidence, like there's so much that goes into it. It's not just about a backpack. And I think that's the message. I think people don't understand how important just having that is to their confidence level, to their world, to the world that they have to live in and deal with, because nothing against Orange County public schools or any public schools. It's a tough world out there.
It is.
It is so difficult to be a kid in public school right now or in any school, and they're challenged with so many things. So go ahead, Maggie. I didn't mean to cut you off.
My biggest joy, this is the random acts of kindness part, because no matter who you perform a random act of kindness to, you can touch them. If it's someone that's desperately in need, then obviously you help them, or it can be somebody having a bad day and you don't know how much you even touch them doing it. And it could be someone that really doesn't need anything at all. Everything's great, but you might give them a reminder of, what it is to be kind, and they may be that person that hasn't been so kind, so they may change their attitude and they may pay it forward and do something kind to somebody else.
And I think they do, right? So you hear about all the stories. I'll give you an example I hear a lot. You're in the Starbucks line or the Chick-fil-A line, right? And somebody ahead of you is paid. Oh my God, you get the nuggets and the Chick-fil-A sandwich and somebody paid for it? So aren't you motivated right then and there to go, I want to do the same thing? Sometimes it takes that motivator, that person to remind you, and then it's a ripple effect. And so when you're talking about the random acts of kindness, you all don't understand how much of a ripple effect and how exponentially important it is and how much of an impact it has when you do that one thing. You think it doesn't matter. But I've had people come back on the show and say, That person talked and it saved my life. You can't make that stuff up.
Right.
So one little discussion, one little sharing, one little act of kindness can make a huge impact on people's lives. All right, Tina.
Real quick, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
No, you're good.
Just an experience that we had when we bought somebody groceries in the grocery store.
In the Smoky Mountains.
I would literally cry.
This
In the
woman really
Smokies.
touched us. Yeah, we were on vacation in the Smoky Mountains, and we're like, we want to pay it forward. And we went to the grocery store, and there was this family. We're like, how are we going to decide who we help? So we kind of just walked around the grocery store, and this lady happened to stop Nick because he was tall, and she's like, can you help me grab this can off the top shelf? And so he helped her, of course, and we're like, that's her. So we ended up, making a long story short, buying this lady's groceries, and she bawled and cried.
I would bawl right
along with her. And she
along
said
with
that she
her.
was sitting down the aisle so long deciding what she could get to have food for the week because she didn't have enough money. And so it was just touching to be able to help her and how emotional she got. But then after leaving the Smoky Mountains, we talked to the kids about, what was your favorite part? You like the hiking, this and that. And their favorite part of the trip was helping that lady at the grocery store.
Don't make me cry on a Tuesday.
She was living in a hotel. And we saw her at the bus stop, and we gave her a ride. We made room in the car and gave her and son a ride back to her hotel room. And now that extra $30 that she was trying to spend allowed her to get something else. And that's what it's about. Because even though it's the organization is paid for it doesn't matter about Nick or Maggie or Tina or our other staff. It's about really, truly just helping other people and helping the youth and showing them that there's an outlet for people that truly care and not what they see in the media.
All you hear
And,
is
Or
bad
just
news.
thinking
Yeah.
outside
I
of yourself.
know, right? All right, Tina, you're up.
Well, I mean, with that.
Seriously, I have to catch my breath for a
Really,
minute.
I mean, I'm humbled and honored to be a part of something that's amazing. That's basically, I'm an organizer. What I do is boring, and most people don't want to do it. That's why they hire me.
That's correct.
But-
we want to be organized, but we don't want to hire somebody.
She's
Great.
awesome.
And
I could spend a whole show
that's
talking
one
about
of
it.
those necessary evils,
Yeah.
But I mean, when I walked into this, I had no idea the amount of joy and just fullness that I would have, So that's kind of my story. Like I thought I was just going in for another client that needed some, forms or something,
So isn't it amazing when
Turned
you're
into a passion
when you're
for me.
open to things? Again, regardless of your faith, where you're at, when you're open to things and you allow things into your life. Sometimes I go down. Sometimes I have guests. And I know that I'm supposed to have the guest on, but I can't figure out why. And sometimes I'm exhausted.
You just
It's been a
know
long
when
week.
it's meant to be,
And I'm
you
like,
just know.
okay, I'm going to have the guest on. And I swear to you, every single time, I'm a faith guy, so God's like, you see?
Yes.
Right.
Do
Yes.
you should listen to me more often, Ted.
Absolutely.
Because it impacts your life. It really does change you. And then you go, why was I fighting that in the beginning? Why am I doing that? So
Yeah.
I love that you shared that. All right, so you have a big gala coming up. Should we talk about that next?
Sure.
Because we want to talk about the gala. This is huge. And is this your first gala? Tell us a little bit of the history.
we've only been around a year and 4 months.
Wow.
And we've done some humbling things. I always use that word humble, and we show great humility in the success that we've had. But the gala is something that's really important too, because it'll allow us to showcase the awareness of what our programs have, how it has impacted the community, and the things that we want to do moving forward with the help of other sponsors, the people that have been with us since day one. We're actually honoring some people in the community that have done great things as well. Even the people over here in Orange County, there's some people that reached out to us and they've stepped up and helped us tremendously also. So we are wanting to give back, not only just to our programs, but also to other people that are doing great things in this community also.
And they're so willing to be part of what we are trying to implement. People are absolutely amazing when it comes to
Because I
that.
think people they really do. I'm a believer that most people are good. Probably optimistic, but that's my belief.
That's a good song, too.
And I really, that's right. It is. But I believe, honestly, that people do want to do good, but they don't always know how to do it. They don't know the avenues. They're not connected like we are. They don't have necessarily that mission on their heart, but they have something on their heart that says, I should get involved. So getting people involved and giving them an avenue to be able to participate is huge, because I think if you make it easier, nothing against the American population, but sometimes if you make it easy for us, we do it.
Right.
And we do it quicker than we would if we had to do our own research. So so the gala is November 3rd.
Yes.
Tell us, wait, Tyler, that's a great question. Tyler says, tell us what will help you.
Well, Tyler, hi, first off.
I love me some Tyler.
You're welcome to attend the
We
gala
love
too,
Tyler,
Tyler.
too. Hi, Tyler.
Tyler. Hi, Tyler.
We have 3 major programs that make up Pay It Forward. One of them is the Backpack Bash, that we are looking to raise funds for those for next year. We gave away 1,000. Our goal is to get to 3,000 because there's a lot of kids out there that need these things. So that's one thing. Our art program is what we're doing now as well, that we came up with to have the kids express themselves through art instead of violence and negativity. So we think that is key, and this all came from a date night when we did Painting with a Twist, and we painted for the first time, and it was so relaxing.
It's all back to the dating again. I love
it. These married couples.
Woo! What is happening? I'm falling down on the job. Apparently, it's so good.
But it's it's like one of those things. It's like, why not have these kids do things and express themselves openly this way instead of going through bullying and negativity and stuff like that they see all the time. So that is a program that we're trying to fund. And in the youth empowerment, we do the street cleanups, the park cleanups. So we're always looking for volunteers. Funding, obviously, to keep these mission and these goals to be made.
To expand our youth clubs at various schools. We want to be able to have, down the road, one at every school. Right now we have about 4
schools right now.
4 schools.
We started with 25. So, and we didn't discriminate on what school. We do Title I schools, but we also do schools that are well off as well, because there's a message these children can learn as well.
I agree.
100%. The ones that have it, they'll appreciate what mom and dad has went to work for them and stuff like that. Also, it'll show them that when they're giving things to kids that don't have these things that they have at home, they'll appreciate what they have even more. So, and when they grow up, it'll be something in their mind that allow them to give back to other people as well. So that is our passion, and the things that we could utilize, help on, and expanding. We want to build a foundation in Volusia first, and then we want to grow to Orange County and to Seminole and so on and so forth.
All right, Shelley, I don't know if you can read it. It's a beautiful comment. I think that the message that you're seeing is you're seeing a lot of love.
That is beautiful, Shelley.
So tell us about the gala. Tell us. It says humble, human, unstoppable, mission, blessed, love, everyone. Great word.
Thank you very much.
She's amazing. Thanks, Shelley. And you have a lot of those up and down, and they'll respond to everything.
Yes.
So tell us about the gala, because that's big, and that's coming up November 3rd. So it's at. I'll let you guys take over.
Okay, that's me.
That's team. There's the organizer. Here it comes.
All right. So our first annual Art of Giving Gala is at the Daytona Beach Museum of Arts and Science on November 3rd at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Right? And basically, we are going to be showcasing what Pay It Forward is all about, what our goals are, what our accomplishments have been from this point, and basically just getting engaged and involved with these people in the community that care, that want to have something to do with making it better. And so we're super excited. It's going to be a formal adult event.
Nice.
And Maggie and I can't wait to go shopping.
All right, who wants to?
Yeah.
Cristiano, thank you for today, by the way.
Nice meeting you too, Cristiano.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what we're looking forward to, and awesome. It's a fundraising event, so we're hoping to come back with some phenomenal.
So November 3rd, Daytona, which we were joking earlier, but I meant it. I didn't even know Daytona had a museum of arts and sciences.
It's really big too. It's beautiful.
They've actually done a really good job with the.
I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. So November 3rd, which is a Saturday,
correct?
Right?
Yes, a Saturday.
And of course, we're going to share all of their contact information, how you can go to the gala, how you can contribute to Pay It Forward, how you can reach Nick, Maggie, and Tina, because I think that your message has obviously touched a whole bunch of people. You guys should definitely go back in, and they will, and comment. So any parting words of wisdom, anything you guys want to share with them? See how fast it goes before we before we head out?
Well, I just wanted to throw out that the tickets are still available.
Tables
they're
too.
$50
Love it.
for individuals, $75 for couples, and then we've also got tables available. So if you're interested, just reach out, and we will definitely make sure we get some tickets in your hands.
All right,
Maggie?
Maggie?
Just be kind always. You never know who you're going to touch.
Amen. Amen.
I want to personally thank Ted first and foremost, because this man, he puts people like us, regular everyday people, on his show and give us a platform to be able to say and express how we feel and the things that we do. So I personally want to thank you man to man, and I want to say I love you for that, because
I
without
love
you,
you back. You're
this
gonna
wouldn't
make
be
me
possible.
cry.
I'm just being honest.
Right
And
on
you gave
air
us-
again.
And you
You see
gave
my
us
eyes
some-
are watering.
And you gave us wine.
I did. That's right. Oh, shit, that's really it. There it is.
It takes
the wine talking.
It takes a village. It really takes
really
a village
does.
to do this, and we're humbly happy about doing this, and we do this personally from our heart. We don't take a dime out of this. Everything that we do, we put right back into the community. There are some organizations that we won't name, but they only put 3% of what they make out there. We're small, but we're big in what our hearts and our mindset of giving. So if you guys want to jump aboard, please help us out. You can go to our website, www.payitforward, PAYIT, the number 4, WARD.XYZ.
Love it. All right, so how can you not be motivated and moved by today's show? We all want to pay it forward, I think, and I think that's why you've got all of these amazing comments, lots of love going up and down there. Tons of people that stayed on the show, which is awesome. So we're going to share all of their contact information, how you can get involved. Why wouldn't you want to get involved? You can't make up this kind of humility, this kind of heart and soul. And so that's the joy I get to have every single day. I get to bring people like Tina and Maggie and Nick on the show. Pay it forward. And we'll see you soon. So we're going to share all the information. Please reach out to them. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Support them.
Thank you.
Support him too.
They're
Thank
very
you.
good. Oh, you're very welcome. It's an honor. All right. Mwah.